Well, hey guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. I'm the Frogster, and this is Tideless Islands. Let's have some fun. Alrighty, guys. After last episode, I have a lot to talk about, a lot to chat about, and a lot to just shake my head and say I can't believe it. So let me just tell you guys, last episode, I'll be completely honest with you guys, it was a complete flop. And the reason why I said it was a complete flop is because I had done a whole bunch of testing and everything behind the scenes, just not enough testing behind the scenes. And that's the reason why at the very tail end of last episode, we had the turnout that we did. If you have not seen last episode and you have no clue what I'm talking about, stop this video right now, go back, check out Dusty's Bumblebees, the big goof, watch that first, and then come back to this video. Because, guys, this video is basically an explanation, a little bit of a history lesson, and a big reveal as to what was done in between the episodes. So, like I say, guys, if you haven't seen the last episode, go back, watch the last episode before this one, because this one will not make a bit of sense to you otherwise. So, guys, before we go any further with explanations, we have our TC box over here to our side. Let's grab it, go visit Four Frogs Pizza, say hey to Henry, grab herself a bite to eat, and then let's get this episode started, guys. What do you say? Alrighty, with that said, guys, you gotta love it. I'll just be completely frank with you guys. I've told you guys quite a bit. I do not edit my videos. And last episode, we was like at the 36-minute mark or something. And we were finishing up this back corner over here. With getting everything put into position. And then all of a sudden, I go inside, well, let's check this out. And then we check everything out. And then, yeah. There's nothing. And you might be wondering, Frogster, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, once again, guys, if you're asking that question, you didn't watch the episode. So, like I say, I want to make certain everybody who's watching this video has had a chance to see the last episode, because otherwise, guys, you're just going to be lost this episode. Because of the fact that I'm not going to be going back and replaying anything from last episode because I do not edit my videos. And that's the reason why last episode ended up being a flop, is because I do not edit my videos. There was no way I could have gone in and changed the results for anything in last episode because I don't edit my videos. So guys, with that said, everybody who's still watching now should have zero questions about last episode. You guys have watched it full and know exactly what this episode is going to be about. So at this point, I would like to introduce everybody to my friend and all of yours, Henry. Alrighty, well, Henry, buddy, how are you doing today? I do believe that's the first time I have ever given you a proper introduction like that. Normally it's just, hey, let's go say hey to Henry, and then we open up the door and boom, there you are. But today I actually give you a proper introduction, buddy. How are you doing? What have you got to say? Hey, Frogster, welcome back to Four Frogs Pizza. Well, hello to all my fans out there. Ain't no way you knew I was going to give you a proper introduction. Okay, let me read on, because yeah, there is no way that was you saying hello to all your fans because of that introduction, because that introduction, literally, I just thought of that while recording. There was nothing scripted there, Henry. Come on, let's start over on this. I have got to check this out. Well, hello to all my fans out there. My dad tells me the Frogster has had y'all back down at his garden again, and there was a goof. Are you really going to throw me under the bus like that, Henry? I mean, come on, I just gave you a really big, good introduction, and that's what you're opening with? Come on. Really? Well, in the comments section below, let me know if you're eager to find out how my dad helped to fix that kid. Guys, I'm sorry, that's funny. He's actually giving a spoiler. I think I'm just going to let this one ride because that's a spoiler that you guys weren't supposed to hear about till we got down there to the garden area. Henry, buddy, come on. Who's writing your text today? Whoever writes for you is supposed to know not to give spoilers like that, buddy. Well, I'll let my dad fill you in on the rest of the details. I swear, guys, this was not scripted, and this is the first time I'm reading this like this. So, I mean, yeah, this is all falling into place too well for a comedy aspect, guys. Y'all have a good one. Hashtag what's changed. You're still on that what's changed thing, buddy. I'm sorry. Until the viewers out there can tell me what they've noticed has changed, I have not seen anything but 2 changes. And you said there was 4 changes and like 20-something individual things amongst those 4 things that changed. So Henry, buddy, I tell you, buddy, I don't know what the answer is. So I am just simply going to put it in the viewers' hands and see how long it takes for the viewers to find out what's changed. And then hopefully whenever they do find out what's changed, they're going to fill me in on it so that I'll know too. So Henry, buddy, I'm going to go grab some pizza, and then me and the viewers have got one heck of an episode today because I've got a lot of explanations to give. I'll chat with you later, buddy. Guys, that was Henry. You gotta love him. Well, hey, Mario, how are you doing today, buddy? Today, I'll be honest with you, looking at my hunger, I think it's just gonna be... You know what? I'm gonna do a deep dish... No, I'm just gonna stick with the cheese. I'm gonna do a deep dish cheesy pizza with a pine cola, and I believe that was 28. Yeah, that's 28 TC. So let me grab your 28 TC. And you know, nothing against the deep dish meaty pizza, but whenever you start spending that much, you might as well do a combo. And to be quite frank with you, I'm not hungry enough for a combo. So yeah, I mean, your prices and everything kind of has you messed up. Quite frankly, I think that the pizza should be the exact same price so that I'm not more inclined to do the deep dish cheesy pizza with a pine cola whenever I'm not hungry enough for a combo because of the price of the deep dish meaty pizza. You know, I'm pretty certain that's not going to mean a hill of beans to you, but just throwing that idea out there. If you want me to eat more of the deep dish meaty pizzas, bring the price of it down, buddy. I mean, that's just simple. And guys, just so you know, I mean, I have nothing against the deep dish meaty pizza. As a matter of fact, I love the deep dish meaty pizza. It's just, quite frankly, with you, I mean, if you look at this menu here, I'm paying 28 TC for a deep dish cheesy pizza and a pine cola. I would be paying 33 TC for the deep dish meaty pizza with a pine cola, and it's only 35 TC for the entire combo. So I mean, that's literally 2 TC difference, and I would be getting a breadstick and a cookie along with it. So, I mean, that's the reason, guys. I mean, you can see the figures. I mean, this is just common sense. Anybody would realize the best deal on here is the deep dish cheesy with the pine cola whenever you're not getting the combo. So, let's go ahead and throw this TC in the box here. And grab our deep dish cheesy pizza. And our nice pine cola. I'll tell you what, guys, this pine cola, I am really, really, really starting to miss this pine cola. It has been just over a year now since I have actually had myself the pine cola that I so dearly miss. I tell you what, guys, it is something else. Alrighty, guys, but yeah, we are looking at everything. The sun's about to go down, so let's just go ahead and knock this deep dish cheesy pizza out. Oh man, I tell you what, guys, that is so good. And this pine cola, whoo, buddy, that is so delicious. I wish I could actually drink one in reality. I tell you what, guys, the pine cola, I tell you, if they were promoting these videos, I wouldn't just simply have this as the pine cola. I would actually give it its proper name. That way everybody knows what I am actually desiring. But you know what? It is what it is until this company decides to promote my channel, it's just going to be pine cola. You gotta love it. And as you can see, guys, don't have quite as many glass bottles as I normally would have up here. So, we will get down there to the garden area, and I'm going to explain all of that stuff to you with time. But you know what? Right now, we need to start off right here. As I was starting out with this video, I did a lot of testing in between episodes leading up until last episode, okay? I tried things out. I just didn't try things enough, I guess is the best way I can explain this. And to all of you who have been looking around and saying, hey, that doesn't look the same, that's been changed, da-da-da-da-da, around on this island and everything, you might have seen what I'm getting ready to show you guys and speak about. So guys, this right here is the first thing. After getting the redstone, what was it? It was the Nitwit's Redstone Farming Starter Kit. After getting this starter kit, I grabbed the piston and a lever. And I didn't do the buttons at this point. I was just using the levers because I'll be honest with you guys, I've always used levers. I've never really used buttons until right here recently with you guys because it's just so much easier. You don't have to worry about pulling the lever once and then pulling the lever again. Just hit the button and boom, there you go. And don't ask me why I didn't use buttons. It's just, I'll be honest with you, I've always preferred the levers up until recently. But yeah, that's the reason why I had made that stuff. And then, of course, afterwards I tested out the buttons over here, and that's whenever I realized the button was so much easier, but it was originally the levers. But yeah, this bee's, the bee's nest is what this is called. Yeah, the bee's nest. This one was down here on the bottom of the tree. This one was over here on the, basically 2 blocks up from the one down here. And I had to get rid of these flowers and everything. And so what I did was I took a piston and I just went whoop and moved it over here. And then I took a piston and went whoop and moved it over here. Well, because I had more than one piston, I already had another piston set up right here to where I could pull the lever right here and it would go pop and shoot up to here and then stick a block in between it and then boom, one more. And this will move just fine, and the bees kept flying around. They were getting flowers. The bees were perfectly okay with that move. So then I moved this one from here over to this little spot right here, and then back over to here. Once again, the bees were okay with that. So I was just like, that is cool. You can move bees' nests with a piston. And guys, that's all the further I went with it for the longest while. Well, then, right, literally, the day of recording, last episode, I went down and I done a little bit of moving around just simply so that things would be ready to go for what we did last episode with moving everything. And I'm just going to catch some sleep right now, that way we see everything in the daylight down here. But what I did was we came down here, and you remember how the bees' nest were all up in a line and everything was just all lined up and everything was perfect. Well, prior to that, I kind of got ahead of myself. Prior to that, after moving those bees' nests around down there, I just came over here and I moved all the bees' nests that was on the trees down here up to where they were at, let's see, they were at 1, 2, 3, yeah, they were at the 3rd block elevation. I think that's what it was. Yeah, they were all at the 3rd block elevation. I moved them all to this elevation here. And then, right before recording last episode, I came down here, and this side right here, I had moved them all over to the center. And then I had moved all of them, but this very first one here on the line, up 1 more block in elevation so we can move them over to the garden area. And the bees were all okay with that. And then I let it get dark and everything, and then I put the cobblestone on them to where the bees and everything wouldn't get lost because I was getting ready to move all of these bees' nests all the way over to the garden area. And basically what had happened was that's really where I had made the goof. Let's come over here to the garden area, and I'll show you guys some more here. And you know what? Dusty's over here. Dusty, what have you got to say? I was literally just talking to everybody about our goof, and I was getting ready to show them some more, and then I remembered I hadn't chatted with you yet. What in the world have you got to say today, buddy? Well, hey, Frogster, so are you going to tell them what happened between episodes, or should I? Oh, wait. Really? You want me to let them in on the behind the scenes information? I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, buddy. I think I'm going to tell them about that. I think it would be a little bit better for an insert with my explanation if I kind of explained all of that to them. Buddy, what else have you got to say? You should show your viewers where all these ideas here originated. What do you mean? The majority of these ideas... Oh. Wait, are you talking about on my old map where I originally told all the viewers back when we were building this garden area I had kind of created the idea on that map? I don't know. I mean, I don't edit my videos or anything, so how would I guess I could pause the video and then upload it, but I don't know where I am on that map. I'll think about it, buddy. That's a good idea, actually. I just wish somebody around here who was writing this script would have given me the heads up on this. Yeah, all right. Well, Dusty, you're not to blame. Somebody else writes your book, buddy, and we everybody here knows that you and your boy has your own little editors for everything. So I'll have to talk to those editors in between these episodes. Let's see what else you got to say there, buddy. That map you haven't touched in a year. Yeah, you know what? You're actually right. It's almost a year to date. It was somewhere around a year ago. You know what? I'm going to look at that whenever I... You know what? That's a good idea. I think we are going to upload that video. And I want to see when the last time I was on that, or upload that map for this video here. I want to check that out. Yeah, that map. I'm sorry, buddy, but you kind of messed up on that response there, Mr. Editor over there, looking at me grinning. Yeah, guys, right now I'm looking at the people in the studio with me because they're the ones who actually write this stuff, not me. Well, I'll see you when you get back, y'all. I think that's supposed to be have fun, but the editor over there messed up. It's HQVE. Yeah, see, well, guys, look at this. I don't normally get to dog the editors because they generally do a good job, but today they're slacking. So in the comments section below, let the editors know just how much they need to check themselves more whenever they write these books for old Henry and Dusty and anybody else who may ever have a book on here. And just throwing that out there for my editors over there who's still grinning at me. Alrighty, well, you know what, guys? Quite frankly, I think that would be a good idea. Let's go to the map where this garden area here literally had its original idea. And I'm eager to find out where I'm going to spawn in and how long ago it was that I actually was on that map. So guys, I'll see you there. Well guys, we are getting this map uploaded now. Just while it's uploading and everything, I will let you know August 9th of 2024 was the last time I had this map uploaded. Now some of you might be asking, well Frogster, you were talking about how you were inspired this year for the creation of the garden. How were you inspired if it was August 9th last year that you were last on the map? Well guys, it's because whenever I build and create stuff and truly like it here on Minecraft, it sticks in my memory. And I kind of remember the major points, the key elements, the general designs just because, you know, I created it. But it's not always exactly the same whenever I recreate it, because guys, even though, you know, like on Tideless Islands, Skippy6 Gaming, I put his charcoal generator on the map, and I had his YouTube video as a link in the description of the video and everything. Guys, it has been years since I actually watched Skippy6 Gaming's video, the tutorial on how to do that charcoal generator. It was just all based from my memory, and that's what I love to do. So guys, my internet is really going slow right now. So let me just pause this again, and I'll be back with you once this uploads. But yeah, guys, you can see the internet is really going slow where I'm at right now. Alrighty guys, we are back. It finally uploaded. Now I'm just going to tell you, you guys saw it for yourself. The internet where I'm at is really slow. As a matter of fact, for any of you that actually cares out there, the last video upload that we actually did, the big goof basically, that took me whoa. And talking about internet lag, there you go. That right there, literally, was the internet lagging on me. This map apparently has one heck of a lag. But yeah, last episode that I uploaded, episode 60, the big goof, it took me 2 hours from the time I said upload for it to go to its processing and then uploading and then processing in HD or whatever YouTube calls it and everything. But yeah, it took over 2 hours. And that's been going on over the last, I don't know, 6 or 8 videos. Prior to that, it would take me like 25 to 35 minutes to do all of that. And here, lately, you've noticed my videos have actually been a little bit shorter than the ones prior to that. And the longer videos, even still, is between 25 and 35 minutes for uploading them. So that's just how horrible my internet has gotten here lately. So because of that fact, there's nothing more I can really do on that note. So let's flip this around and actually show you guys what we came here to look at. And you know what? I'm remembering that you see these doors? You see how they're not flush? These doors are actually open because zombies was coming in here and they were banging on my doors while I was trying to sleep at night. Oh gosh, look at that lag, guys. Holy cow. Yeah, there is a lot of lag on this. But yeah, these doors, this is actually open, not closed. And you can see this right here is my house. And I have like a little cooking station here. And looks like I got some more cooking stations over there. I got my little work bench right here, my crafting table. I got a couple, actually I got a few, holy cow. I got quite a bit of stuff here. Looks like I went to a village. Because, you know, it's been quite a while ago since I was in this map. And you can go down there to where my underground tunnels are. And as you can see, I'm actually underground here because I got tunnels going out there too, and then it goes deeper. This is like my little, what was down? Oh, holy cow! Looks like I got one of every single bird. I got 2 doggos and I got 2 cattos here. That is, I'm sorry guys, it's just, it has been August 9th of 2024, so it's been over a year now, guys, because it's what today is. Today's August 13th. Yeah, it is. Today's August 13th. Holy cow. But yeah, guys, this right here, this is the original garden idea that I created long before Tideless Islands ever came about. And looks like I'm still growing the grass around the outside edges there. Gosh, look at the lag here, guys. Holy cow, this is how bad my internet is. And then I have the sugarcane growing over here. It looks like there's all carpet there. I wonder, did I do the half slabs or not? There's such lag here. But yeah, guys, this right here was my original idea. It looks like I did carpets instead of half slabs. And then I used dirt and did the path blocks instead of the half slabs. And I actually had one extra space in here too. Yeah, guys, actually the new garden design that I came up with actually kind of, it took away a little bit of space on the outside edges, but it looks like it was the same here in the middle as far as size. 4 by 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 by 6. So I remember the size of my garden patches. But holy cow, there is so much lag here. And you might be wondering about the bees and where the bees are coming from. Well, if you look up here, guys, there's like a little walkway area. This, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that shout out, or kind of like a shout out. Gamer Mom, if you're still out there watching, this is the reason why earlier this year, whenever you posted on Facebook that picture that had your little bee area, where you had all the little bee buildings and you had that really awesome sign and the little itty bitty bees buzzing around the sign that you had built in, that's the reason why that caught my attention, is because I remembered having these little bees. I think these are the bees, see, these are the bees' nest. Oh, no, these are the beehives. Yeah, these are beehives, and the bees' nest is what we actually have on Tidaless Islands. Forgive me, guys, I call these bee boxes in real life, and beehives is what the bees build. So Minecraft, they changed all the names around on me and everything. But yeah, this right here is what I had originally thought of. Because, you know, in real life, the bees and everything, they help gardens. As a matter of fact, if you look around, there's farmers all around the world who at certain times of the year will actually pay for professional beekeepers to bring their bees down and to pollinate their vast fields of all the crops, because of how good the bees do with taking care and pollinating all of the crops and everything, so that the crops can produce best. And that's the reason why I had actually done this design right here, just to see if Minecraft actually went off the same principles. And I noticed from time to time, after a bee went over here to the flowers, it looks like I did the yellow, the red, and the blue flowers on this, but I didn't. I had them spaced quite a bit apart on this side over here. But yeah, once the bees got the flowers, they came over here. They don't always go straight back to the nest. Sometimes they buzz around there, and they were actually fertilizing, per se, the crops, or pollinating the crops to where they could just grow on up faster. So that's actually another reason why I wanted to put all of this in Tidaless Islands. And Gamer Mom, it was thanks to you with your little bees idea, with your sign and everything, that I decided to build like a little cage around all of this. And then put your little bees up around the cage, which gave me the opportunity, instead of having the bees' nest in the center, to have them on the outside edges, to where they would be closer to the flowers, but to where they would still be able to fly across the middle area, because it opens on the back and the front, and there's more flowers on both sides. So I mean, it gives them a wide open area with flowers all the way around for them to have fun with and to be able to feast on. But yeah, guys, this right here is actually a little bit of a history lesson about where Dusty's garden idea actually came from. And as you can see, my own personal map, I mean, my house, it's buried into a little hillside right there. I mean, I don't have a gigantic monstrosity of a house or tower or anything like that here. And this right here just goes to prove, guys, yes, I can build stuff and make it look really, really cool and everything on my own personal maps, but I'm more or less not so much of a builder whenever it's just me by myself. I like to build and have fun and push myself to the limits when there's other people around watching and seeing what I do, guys. So this right here is literally just the best way for me to say it is, guys, you are literally my inspiration. You are the ones that motivates me and pushes me to do all these wild creations on Tideless Islands. Because look, this right here is just my own personal map, and there is nothing built, I mean, other than this garden area right here and that little garden area over there. There's nothing really built on this map that you can notice and see. So guys, it looks like I'm crouched down. Let's get back to Tideless Islands, and then I'll continue explaining everything that happened in between the episodes. I'll see you back in Tideless Islands. Alrighty guys, we are back here on Tideless Islands. As you can see, I do not have my iron armor from the last map we was on. Of course, you know, whenever I'm playing on those maps and everything, that's pretty much all I go up to is the iron armor, just to be honest with you guys. The whole diamond armor and all that other stuff, I don't really worry all that much about all that because that's just, it's not my style. But hey guys, we are back here on Tideless Islands, so look at this. We were just on the map where this idea came to fruition at and everything. And guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think I did a better job rebuilding everything here than I actually did with the original design of this, guys. I mean, it looks so much better. And Gamer Mom, just a shout out back to you. I mean, those little bumblebees that's up around the edge of this and everything, that you literally, this is the exact same size bumblebee that you have on your sign up there. I mean, down to the block. I mean, this looks amazing, so thank you so very much for your inspiration on this. But guys, let's get to the inside of this garden area so I can point out more of what we did. Alrighty, so you know, Dusty over here was trying to spill the beans and everything with you guys. Well, let's just come on in here and I'm going to tell you. We were working on this side. Oh, look at that, guys. There is hardly any lag here. Oh, wow. Honestly, I think it's because this map is lacking so much without blocks being everywhere. I think that's the reason why, the only reason why we don't have such lag on this map. But yeah, guys, we had literally just finished up moving this bee's nest. And then we punched out the cobblestone and then there was nothing. Well, Dusty, after I finished recording that episode, started chuckling at me. So I went over here and I moved two more, the last two bees nests that we had over there, I moved them over here to no avail. There was no bees or anything over here. And I started chatting with old Dusty. And he said, you know what? You should, before you get rid of all the bees over there, breed those bees and then move them over to here. That way you can restart the bees on this side. So I said, Dusty, that's a good idea. And so I bred the bees, and they wouldn't come over here. I even had the leads over here. I put the leads on the bees and brought them over to here, and they kept flying back to over here because they were too close to their mom and dad's bees nest over there. So they would not move to these bees nests. So then I said, that's not good. And then Dusty, he was chuckling again over here. It looks like he started turning around too. I just realized that. Holy cow. And your boy and you are starting to turn around on this map. Well, Dusty, that is something, buddy. But yeah, Dusty over here started chuckling. He said, well, you know what? You have more bees nests on this map. He said, you remember your original island? And I was just like, that's right. And they're further away. So I went over there. And I got two little baby bees and stuck them on the lasso and brought them down here. And sure enough, They came over here, loved the flowers, and then they flew to this very first one. It was the closest one. So then I bred them up, and I got all 4 of these guys all set up with brand new bees. And I said, okay, this is going to be fun, because now I got to move the other side and then do the same thing with them. And then Dusty said, you know what? As long as they were over there and they were blocked off with a cobblestone, they were still in their nests, because nothing had happened to them yet. What if you take the stone off, let the bees go free, and you just slowly move the bee's nest from there over to here? And yeah, it's going to take a lot more time, but the bees will be flying everywhere, and then you let it get dark, the bees relocate to their nest, they go inside, and then once they go inside and relocate, everything will start over again. And then after it becomes daylight, you can move them again. Well, yes, that was a good idea, because that's actually how I moved these original bees. These are not any new bees over here. These are the original bees. These guys are the same bees that have been over there since the beginning. So, yes, guys, because of Dusty over here with his bright wisdom and ideas, I didn't lose these 4 bees' nests of bees. They are the originals. It just took ungodly lengths of time to get these guys moved to where they are now, because it was just move them like 3 or 4 spaces and then wait. And then nighttime would fall, the bees would go back in, and then daytime would come up, the bees would exit back out, and then you moved them 3 or 4 more spaces and then wait for it all. So it was literally, I think I moved them, it was either 3 or I think it was 4 spaces. And then I finally got them all the way over here. Well, in between episodes, I started doing a lot more research. And apparently, and I don't know which way it is, because Google is not very specific, and it just all depends on which link you click on as to what it says. But it's either you can move these jokers a maximum of 12 times before the bees are gone, or you can move them up to 12 times. Let's see. Is that, oh, no, it's a maximum of 12. It's either a maximum of 12 blocks from their original space, or just simply 12 times in general. That's what it was. So this is definitely more than 12 times. 12 spaces from when they originally were, especially the ones that was way, way back on the far end. So I think I found either a glitch in the system, or there's just a glitch on this map. Because if I let the bees go back in, re-nest, and then exit back out, it's almost like it starts that 12 spaces over again. Because there was a lot of movement from there to here. And these guys over here, these are the original bees. So guys, the bees are back. These guys over here are newbies. Sad to say, it was because of my goof and everything that this did not work. But thanks to Dusty over there and his intelligence, these guys are the original ones. So you know what? Since we're here in this garden, and since the time is just about up, let's come on over here, guys. And I want to show off this little area here. Because, yeah, we built this a while back ago. And then we tested it out. But we haven't used it since. I mean, I have. I've used it to like crazy. I mean, look at all this. All these, that's because of this button, guys. I think I only had like 1.5 or 2 stacks of cactus in here, and then now I have all of this. So guys, look at this. You just press that button, and then boom, like that, all of these cactus just land on the ground like that. 27, it's beautiful. And then another thing I've noticed, and it's been just here recently, guys, on your maps, whenever you walk through the sugar cane, does it kind of go transparent like that? It's like right now, it's solid. And then you get close to it, and it's like you can see through it. I don't know if that's a glitch on my map, or if that's like that on the rest of everybody else's map, but I've never seen that in any of the histories of me playing this this game and everything. I have never noticed the sugarcane just becoming transparent like that whenever you get really close to them. So guys, like I normally do in between episodes, and especially after having to get all those extra bees and everything, I've been working on the bone meal and everything over here. As you can see, I've gotten a little bit more, although I had to use a whole bunch to do the flowers for the bees. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead, toss this crop and everything in there to start it composting down. And guys, we now have Dusty's bumblebees in this garden area. And technically speaking, we have room for 4 more. And I know we're getting close to the time and everything. It's just after 40 minutes, but there's one more thing I want to show you guys. We have one more lone bee's nest over here that decided to spawn in. And this is the exact tree. After this tree popped up, I cut down a bunch of these trees. But after this one right here spawned in, and it actually spawned in at the bottom of this tree. It didn't even spawn in the top section there. It spawned in down here. So this tree hasn't been cut since it's popped up. The rest of them have, and I've grown quite a few trees. This is the only one that spawned in and has come back. So hopefully we can get 3 more of these jokers. We can add them back over there to Dusty's garden and have all the slots filled. But as you see over here, these bees do not go over here to the flowers. I even stuck these bees on the leads and took them all the way over here to where the flowers were, and they refused to touch them. So I honestly think these bees over here have claimed the territory, and because these bees spawned in after those bees, they don't have rights to the territory. So I honestly think Minecraft has set things up to where the mobs have their own territory space and are actually territorial, keeping other mobs out. And that's just my thoughts. I have 0 proof on that, but from my little bit of attempts to get these guys to be good with those guys and go to the flowers and start producing honey, it's been to no avail. So guys, with that being said, I do believe it's time to say this video is done. So guys, thank you so much for sticking around and checking out another episode of Tideless Islands. I know this episode has been all over the place, and to be completely honest with you guys, the whole break at the beginning or / middle of this video with us going over to my personal map, that was not planned out. Not planned out at all. So I literally paused the video, found where the other video was, uploaded that video, and then started recording again. And I don't know how many of you guys noticed, but whenever I was trying to pause the video the first time before we went over to that map, I had actually paused, unpaused, and then paused again. Because my screen is so sensitive, I actually had made that mistake. So we actually got 2 more seconds of recording time that I wasn't planning on having there at the very get-go. But guys, like I said, thank you guys so much. I mean, all of these videos, none of them are scripted, none of them are pre-planned. It's just me jumping on here, playing the game, and having fun, guys, because that's just what I like doing. I have no desire to ever script any of these videos or to plan them out so far that I know everything that's coming, because that's practically scripted, guys. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and checking this video out, and for all the motivation, inspiration, just everything you guys are giving me, all the support. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means so much. And Gamer Mom, I hope you liked me showing off where everything started and why I was inspired by your picture. So guys, I'll see you next time. This is the Frogster, and I'm out. Later, guys.